Hello, everyone. My name is Allen Ellison, running for the United States to represent your interests in the United States Congress. Thank you for joining our Fridays for Florida virtual discussion on servant leadership. Servant leadership is something that I stand firmly on. It's something that I feel as if it's really the way that I lead. It's the way that, I think that a lot of leaders should lead. And what servant leadership means to me is it means leading through service or leading in the service of others. I grew up a son of a pastor. My mother was someone who took care of people with disabilities. And my father, he was a man of conviction. One of the things that I learned from both my mother and my father was what it meant to be in service of others. One of the lessons that I learned from my father was understanding about gifts and what gifts I had. And the thing is that my gift is the gift of helping others. And I wouldn't have known that if I hadn't had a father like the one that I have. And so he talked a great deal about utilizing those gifts to be able to reach beyond self and be able to connect to something greater than self. And so for me, uh, operating in my gift is really like a calling. It's what I feel is something uh, that is what I was meant to do in this world, and it gives me a great deal of purpose. I can remember early on in my childhood when I used to walk with my mother on the grounds of her job, and we used to see all different types of people with disabilities, people that she would teach how to do all sorts of things, whether it was ceramics, pottery, painting, even teaching them how to live on their own and be able to take care of their lives and stuff like that. And so, just being in service of others is something that we should really look at in terms of what type of leaders do we want to have representing our interests. Because when people come into this world, they're gonna do things based on who they are. Some people are going to try their best to lift themselves up, and some people will do their best to lift others up. I'm one of those kind of people where I'm always trying to lift other people up because this world can tear you down. People are cruel to one another. And it's so important to have someone in your camp, someone on your team, someone in your family that when the world is beating them up, you're that person that's there to uplift them. And so that's what servant leadership is all about. It's really about being a beacon of light, being a beacon of hope, being that person that people can turn to, and you look out for those who otherwise can't look out for themselves. So our campaign theme is about improving the quality of life for everyone. And the reason our theme is built around that concept is because the reality is that there are a lot of people that simply do not have leaders looking out for their interests. And it's so important to me. This is why we have our Fridays for Florida virtual discussion, so that we can get a chance to know one another, so that I can hear from you, so that I can learn what keeps you up at night, what's near and dear in your minds and on your hearts. Because if I don't know what keeps you up, if I don't know what's bothering you and what the issues are that affect your world, then how could I ever know what policies to push for in order to make positive impact in your lives? And so it's so important. We have to support servant leaders. Servant leaders are going to always be doing the right thing for the most people. Anytime you see politicians and leaders looking out for self or looking out for the few or the people that are in their party or people that look like them, these are not servant leaders. These are opportunists. We have to understand the difference. We have to support those people that are constantly on the forefront of looking out for people other than self. One of the reasons why we started the masking campaign is not because it was just something to prompt ourselves up to be better than someone, because no one is better than anyone else. But what it was really about was utilizing whatever knowledge that we have to make impact and positively make sure that people around us that may not have strong immune systems, people that may be immune compromised, could not be affected by whatever bacteria we might have caught and transferred that to them. That is what really servant leadership is about. It's about looking out for someone other than self, looking out for your family, looking out for your community, looking out for the nation, looking out for humanity. And I just want to ask you, when you look around your world, how many leaders do you see that is really about looking out for the people versus looking out for self? And it's very easy to see. All you got to look at is what policies are these leaders pushing? Do they write policy that will have direct impact in the lives of the many? Or are they writing policy that will have direct impact in their own lives or in the lives of their own party or their own family? We are tired of having leaders look out for self. We need leaders that's going to look out for everyone. And I thank you for taking the time to be here with us for our Fridays for Florida. We want to have these types of conversations every week. So please, if you have any questions about servant leadership, about how you can help, please drop your comment or suggestion or question in the chat section, and I'll be sure to get back with you and answer any questions that you might have. Tonight at 7:30, we're going to be on Twitter doing our Power Hour chat. Also, a function of our servant leadership program, where we're looking to find out any way that we can help. Our campaign is all asking the question of what keeps you up at night. We're always asking the question, how can we help? Because that is who I am, that's what I'm about, and that is how I surround myself with people who are like-minded for the purpose of benefiting the masses. You know, I could be doing anything it is that I choose to do. I'm just the kind of person. I'm very eclectic. I'm very interested in a lot of different things, but the one thing that I believe that I was put on this earth to do was make impact by helping as many people as I can. And I think of a better career path to go into than in the United States Congress, where I get a chance to write policy that makes the positive impact for everyone and not just some. So thank you all so much. Please join us on Twitter. If you have a TikTok, follow us on TikTok, Instagram, social media pages. Join our team at allenellison.com and be sure to make a contribution, because your contributions help us to reach further. It helps to get our message out and reach more people so that we can make the kind of that we want to make in our society. And so you all have a wonderful evening, and I'll be back here next Friday for another discussion for Florida. Thank you very much.